Hello everyone and welcome to a new lesson with Miss Rafa. اليوم رح نحل أول progress test موجود بكتاب الأنشطة. Open your book on page 19 and let's get started together. Question 1. Complete the article below with words from this list. Use each word only once. After, are, can, do, in, like, of, than, there, to, used, where, which, with. رح نملي الفراغات بهدول الكلمات.
هون تم ترجمة الكلمات حسب سياق النص.
Who are the economic migrants? In 2003, 410,000 non-British citizens came. بين فعل وفعل ممكن يجي طول مصدرية came to live in the UK, and 100,000 British people returned to their home country from Spain, Australia, and other countries where they had gone to live or work. In the same year, 170,000 non-British citizens left the UK to live in other countries. هون المصطلح ناقص كلمة in. $190,000 British people also left. This means a total increase of قبل الرقم دائما بحط of 150,000 in the British population. But منلاحظ إنه بنهاية الجملة في question mark معناها هون رح حط كلمة سؤال. كلمة السؤال المناسبة where. Where did all these immigrants come from and go to? Many new arrivals بعد الاسم لازم يجي فعل are economic migrants هم يكونون نستخدم فعل كون. People who come because they can earn more money in Britain. في عنا مصطلح more يعني عنا صيغة مقارنة. بصيغة المقارنة دائما بستخدم كلمة than in their own country. Traditionally, many of these migrants used to come from. بستخدم مصطلح used to come from countries in Africa or Asia. But now, growing numbers are from less developed countries in Eastern Europe such as Poland, Hungary, or Russia. Many new migrants take low-paid jobs, which British people استخدمنا هون ضمير وصل.
الوظائف التي لا يرغب فيها السكان الأصليين البريطانيين بياخدوها المهاجرين الجدد. Which British people don't want to do ما بدهم يعملوها like cleaning, picking fruit and vegetables, looking after
old people or doing repetitive factory work.
دايما في عنا مصطلح اسمه look after يعتني ب.
A minority come to work in well-paid jobs, for example, as dentists or doctors. Many of these migrants don't intend to stay in Britain
and send some of
their earnings home to their families.
إذا بيرسلوا بعض أرباحهم. Okay? Their earnings صفة ملكية.
But even though they earn higher wages than they would in their own countries, most economic migrants can only afford to live a simple life.
إذا هن صحيح بيقدروا يبعتوا أموال لأهاليهم، بس ببريطانيا نفسها بيعيشوا حياة بسيطة، ما بيكونوا مرفهين أو أغنياء. إذا يستطيعون تحمل تكلفة عيش بسيط. أوكي؟ Some share accommodation with another migrant
family.
Share with يتشارك مع إذا ممكن نلاقي عائلة عايشة مع عائلة تانية. British citizens who leave the UK to live abroad go mainly to countries with warmer climates and cheaper houses. Countries like مثل طالما عم نعدد بعدها أسماء معناها بنستخدم like Spain, Greece, France or Turkey. قبل الليستة أو تعداد أشياء بنستخدم like. مثل Now let's answer some questions. Read the article again. Choose the correct words or phrases in these sentences.
In 2003, more people in total came to live in Britain than left Britain to live in other countries.
إذا الناس أكتر إجت لبريطانيا من الناس اللي غادرت من بريطانيا. أوكي؟ أكتر ولا أقل؟ أكتر. Fewer British people arrived in Britain than left Britain. عدد أقل من البريطانيين راحوا لبريطانيا من اللي غادروا.
Economic migrants
earn less money in their home countries than Britain. إلنا في منهم بيسافروا مشان يكسبوا أموال أكتر. إذن هن اللي بيكسبوا بوطنهم أقل من اللي بيكسبوه ببريطانيا. less. More and more migrants are arriving from Eastern. وين مرقت كلمة Eastern؟ Eastern Europe and Asia. انتبهوا، بالنص مرقت أفريقيا وآسيا، بس هون عم أقول Eastern الشرقية. وين مرقت كلمة شرقية؟ أوروبا الشرقية. Most migrants who come to Britain do low-paid work. إلنا الأعمال اللي ما بيرضوا يشتغلوها البريطانيين بيشغلوها للمهاجرين، بتكون هي منخفضة الأجر low-paid. Now let's move on to grammar and vocabulary. Choose the correct verb form to complete these sentences. Sometimes both forms may be possible. في إمكانية ليكونوا الإجابتين صحيحات. Sophia arrived in England from Poland 7 years ago. في عنا حدث صار بالماضي البعيد بستخدم معه ماضي بسيط. Since then, منذ ذلك الوقت, she has worked as a primary school teacher. في عنا since من دلالات الزمن التام، إذا بنستخدم حاضر تام. she هون الإجابتين صحيحين. بنقدر نقول she went back to Poland several times to see her family.
ممكن نكون عم نحكي عن الحدث صار من زمان فبنستخدم ماضي بسيط، أو ممكن نستخدم زمن الحاضر التام لنقول إنه هذا الحدث عم يتكرر بالماضي القريب.
But she never wanted to stay there. إذن هون الإجابتين صحيحين. 2 years ago هي دلالة ماضي، منذ سنتين. She got married to another teacher at her school. منذ سنتين تزوجت. عنا حدث واضح إمتى تم. And the couple have recently had a baby. لأنه recently مؤخرا معناها الحدث صار من فترة بسيطة. When Sophia first arrived in Britain,
she didn't imagine she would settle here.
إذن في عنا حدثين صاروا بنفس الوقت. بهداك الوقت لما وصلت ما كانت مفكرة إنها تضل، فنستخدم معهم ماضي بسيط. For the first year, she suffered from culture shock and wanted to go home. But she quickly learned the language and made new friends. نحن هون عم نحكي على أول سنة من حياتها هون، فبنستخدم معهم كلهم نفس الزمن لأنه كلهم صاروا بنفس الوقت. ماضي بسيط. The last sentence.
In the 7 years Sophia has been in England, she has become so used to the way of life that she really feels at home there.
Question number 2. Complete these conversations using the correct form of the verbs in brackets.
Choose the present perfect simple or present perfect continuous. Sometimes both forms may be possible.
Let's see. A. You look very pale. Are you feeling all right? I'm really tired. I haven't been sleeping very well recently. ما كنت عم نام. عم نام معناها مستمر. Do you mean you have been waking up very early? هل أنت كنت عم تستيقظ مبكرا؟ No, I haven't slept at all for 3 nights. إذا أنا لم أنم معناها بسيط تام بسيط. B. Have you spoken to Ibrahim recently? No, I haven't seen him for over a week. Perhaps he has been spending all his time with his
family.
C. I have been thinking about taking up tennis. Take up معناها يبدأ بهواية جديدة. So have I. Have you played it before? No, but I. هون نقدر نحط الحالتين. Have watched a lot of tennis on TV this summer. أو نقدر نقول I have been watching a lot of tennis on TV this summer. الحالتين صحيحين.
Question 3. Complete this story with the verbs from the list below. Use one of these tenses. Past simple, past continuous, present perfect, or past perfect.
Notice that some verbs are negative. انتبهوا لوجود النفي ببعض الأفعال. I was walking through town the other day when suddenly I thought about my friend Tarek. I hadn't seen him for several weeks, and I wondered what he was doing. I
Was taking out my mobile phone
when somebody bumped into me. Sorry, I said. The person who had bumped into me was my friend Tariq. Question number 4.
Write sentences starting with I wish in response to these statements. طبعا انتبهوا انه دايما بعد wish لازم يكون صيغة ماضي.
I can't sing very well.
I wish I could sing better.
أنا ما بقدر وبتمنى لو بقدر.
لما منعبر عن استطاعة بنستخدم wish زائد could.
طبعا هم very well بتصير better. I'm really tired this morning. أنا تعبان وبتمنى لو ما كنت تعبان، فأنا عم أتمنى شيء مستحيل لأنه خلص أنا تعبان، إذا بستخدم ماضي بسيط.
I wish I weren't so tired this morning.
Really tired بتصير so tired. My friend won't give me my CD back.
I wish my friend would give me my CD back. لما منعبر عن انزعاج بنستخدم wish زائد would.
It's too hot to go out today. الجو حار، بقدر غير؟ طبعا ما بقدر، هذا الحال، إذا في عندي ظرف مستحيل. I wish it weren't so hot today. أو بنقدر نقول I wish it were cooler today. بتمنى لو ما كان الجو حار، أو بتمنى لو كان الجو أبرد. I can't remember where I left the newspaper. هون عم نحكي عن كان، لا أستطيع، إذا شو بنستخدم؟ نستخدم could. I wish I could remember where I left the newspaper. عم نحكي عن قدرة واستطاعة. Her music is too loud for me. معلقي صوت الموسيقى كتير، إذا أنا منزعجة. I wish she would turn her music down. بتمنى لو بتوطي الصوت.
Question number 5. Choose the correct color words in this text.
إن في عنا color idioms لازم نكون حافظينهم. Let's see. The authorities have just given the في عنا كلمة light green light to the building of a new airport. حتى بالعربي منقول أخذت من أهلي الضوء الأخضر، يعني الموافقة. The news has come out of the blue and shocked many villages. The thought of a new airport near their homes has made many of them see red. بدهم يعملوا مطار جنب بيوتهم، يعني دايما في ضجة وصوت طيران، معناها هذا بيخليهم يعصبوا. see red. Unfortunately, the plans have already been prepared. I've seen them in black and white. شفتهم مكتوبين بوضوح بالأسود والأبيض، ولا حدا يفكر يقول بالأبيض والأسود، لا، المصطلح بيقول بالأسود والأبيض، إذا منحط كلمة أسود أول. Question number 6. There is a word missing in each of these sentences. Rewrite the sentences including the missing words. في عنا جملة ناقص منها كلمة واحدة لازم نعرفها. I'm so busy. I find it very hard to keep up with the news. المصطلح بيقول keep up with. There is nowhere to park in the city center. The car parks usually run out of spaces by 8 o'clock in the morning. المصطلح هون run out of ينفذ. They have been working very hard recently, so they are really looking forward to their holidays. Looking forward to يتطلع إلى. They live very close to the airport and they are finding it very difficult to put up with the noise. Put up with يتحمل.
Everything was going very well until they came up against an unexpected problem.
Came up against ظهرت مشكلة أو واجهوا مشكلة. Okay?
Write a letter to a local newspaper making recommendations which might help to solve one of these problems. There are very few public places in your town where people can go to keep fit.
Very few tourists come to your town because they know nothing about it. عدد قليل من السياح بيجوا للبلدة لأنهم ما بيعرفوا شي عنها، يعني مانا مشهورة. إذا رح نكتب موضوع واحد بيغطي وحدة من هاي المشكلات.
Follow this paragraph plan.
Begin the letter by briefly describing the problem you have chosen. أول شي لازم نوصف المشكلة باختصار. Make your main recommendation. قدم توصية أساسية أنت شايف هي أهم شي. Make a second recommendation. قدم توصية تانية.
Conclude the letter by saying what you hope will happen next.
Write 100 to 120 words in your notebook. اكتب من 100 ل 120 كلمة. أوكي؟ إذا أول شي رح نوصف شو هي المشكلة، رح نقدم توصية أساسية، ورح نقدم فكرة تانية، وآخر شي رح نختم بتأملاتنا للي لازم يصير. That's everything for today. Thanks for your time. See you next lesson.